Hey folks, welcome. We're underway from Shields Arena. It's FMA Hockey. It's the first game tonight. It's the Albatross taking on the Riptide. Albatross in that fancy teal and orange. The Riptide in their powder blue, dare I say. Dress blues, in fact. I like that. That's not bad. Puck in the Riptide zone, cleared along the boards. It bounces off the wall and out. Right out front, it hangs loose on a backhand towards the net. Riptide defenders kicking that out of the way from a narrow angle off the side of the net. Hammering at it is Joey Brissonette, but can't find the back of the net. Up and out. Petersboro moves it up, flicked into the Albatross zone. That allows the Riptide to get off on a change. Albatross control out of their own corner. Tipped ahead off a Riptide skate into the offensive zone. Joey Brissonette takes a look here. We got Rude trailing. Rude a shot, and that's in the back of the net. So there's an early goal going to the Albatross. That one's going to come at 13:52 and off the stick of Rude. So 1-goal lead for the Albatross early in this one. Puck out of the Albatross zone. Paulson moves it up. It's tipped up into the air. Gilbert has it here, working his way in. It's swept off his stick. Albatross trying to get out of the zone. They do. Gresh handles off the far wing, and Randy Gresh is going to gain the center red line, dump that in. It rolls all the way around to Chris Brissonette. Out of the corner now. Tyler Kari with it. Moving up, head up. He looks for an outlet pass. None there. Rude able to break that up. He's got the only goal of the game so far tonight. Puck dumped in by Josh Steinbach. He races after it. Brother Casey Steinbach helping out below the net. Brissonette tries to get it out, tied up with Steinbach. The puck does leak over the blue line. Riptide have to tag up to get back into the offensive zone. Puck D to D here. Looped ahead. It rattles around the boards. Back into the Albatross zone. Rink wide, and no one can get a stick on that. That one's going to go all the way down. That one's going to be an icing call. It'll come at 12:49 in period number 1. And it'll give us a chance to tell you about Urban Toad Media. From business cards to billboards, headshots, commercial, and product photography, Urban Toad Media produces quality marketing materials that reflect the high standards of your business. Make a statement with professional graphic design and photography. From Urban Toad Media, visit urbantoadmedia.com. Keeper from the point winds and fires through traffic. It's off an Albatross and into the corner. Riptide battling for it out of the corner. It's swept off a stick, and that one's going to roll all the way down. It looks like it'll be another icing call as the Riptide first to it. So that'll bring the face-off back, way back to the Albatross zone, and we'll do it again. Like it'll be Chris Brissonette and Kyle Petersburg on the draw, the two centermen lining up here. And tipped out to center. No icing on the call. A clean tip. Both teams had a stick on it anyway. 12:20, period number 1. Riptide looking to set something up out of their own zone. Chipped ahead, swatted down at the blue line, but Brissonette can't quite hold. Both players battling for it along the player bench area. Kipper tries to weave into the zone. His shot is tangled up with a couple different sticks. Out of the corner now. Pop tries one, but he's turned over. Brissonette, but it's turned over. Out front is Pronch now, but he can't quite pull the trigger on it cleanly, and back the other way we go. Led by Austin Brandvold into the offensive zone. He delays, tries to fire through a defender, but it's off a shin pad, and now kicks away to the corner. Brissonette recovers, puts one on, off a pad below the goal line here, and stuck on the side of the net. Chris Neeson had it pinned against the side of the net there. The Riptide goaltender gets us a whistle. Face-off coming up, 11:35 still to play here, period number 1. Brissonette and Gilbert on the draw. Gilbert wins it. Kari takes a look, fires it around the boards. Tip towards the net. Pad save Neeson. He was ready for the deflection on that one. Brissonette out of the corner. He's swarmed by 3 different powder blue jerseys. Try to move the puck out, but it's turned over. Getty tries to get a shot off, but he's tied up. That'll be a penalty, so Riptide will send one to the box early here. It's going to be an Albatross power play. 11:15, the time of the penalty. It'll put the Albatross on the man advantage for the next minute and 30. Both teams set for the draw. Face-off is away. Paulson plays to Ostapina at the point. Ostapina shovels it to the corner. Wrapped all the way around. It's over Ostapina's stick. It goes down out to play at McAllister. He feeds Paulson. Paulson delays, spins away from pressure. He gets it to Brissonette. A little bit of confusion there. Finally moved back the other direction. Turned over at the blue line and sent all the way down by Casey Steinbach. Ostapina back to collect it. Heads up ice for the Albatross. 1 minute left on the penalty. Grady tries to get over the blue line, but it's stolen away by Devin Schuler, and he'll fling that down for another icing. Riptide looking good on the penalty kill so far. Paulson swats that out of the air. He'll move it ahead. Tries to find Brissonette. Can't quite make it connect, and that'll be an icing on the power play for the Albatross. So we'll have to head back to the other end of the ice and get a face-off in their own defensive zone. Try and move it up with 40 seconds left here on the power play. 10:25 left in the period. Petersburg and Brissonette on the draw. Petersburg wins. He controls out of the corner. He's watched by Paulson to the far corner. Tying up with some sticks. Frazier gets to that one. He tries to move it up. It's turned over though. Ahead of the blue line. Shot on net. McAllister, easy save there, and no chance for a rebound as he swallows that up with the big trapper. Albatross get this opportunity to change some skaters on their power play unit. 21 seconds left on the penalty. Well, hey folks, I tell you what, I've been dabbling with some graphic design stuff. It's not my normal forte. It's not really the thing I normally do, but that scoreboard graphic is a bit tiny, so I've been trying to make it bigger, you know, a little bit easier to read and what have you, whatever. So, but tell me what you think. How big should it be? How big should we go? You know, twice the size, 3 times the size? Do I dare make it 4 times the size? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down on the YouTube comment box. How big should we fix that scoreboard thing to be? Let me know. There, we got a goal coming on. The penalty might have expired. At any rate, it's a goal for the Albatross. That's 2 in a row for them, and they build an early 2-goal lead here in this one. So Riptide looking to regroup after the penalty. Both teams getting set at center ice. Brissonette and Gilbert on the draw. Gilbert wins it ahead, rather. Taken away by Ostapina. He plays it off the boards. Riptide force it into the zone. But there you have it. There's 2 for Root tonight. The only goals in the game going to Christian Root so far. Tipped in here by Brissonette into the corner. Hustling after it is Gresh. He's got Brissonette open out front. Tries to center, but it's blocked out front by Leisring. Out of the corner now. 9:05 left on the clock. Period number 1. Gresh tries to get it out front. Opportunity there, and it is. Brissonette with a goal. The Albatross captain, Chris Brissonette, finishes on that one. A nice pass from the corner on the assist, and that's 3 quick Albatross goals in this one. That one's going to come just under 9 minutes, 8:58 in period number 1. Official set at center ice. Faceoff is away into the offensive zone. Lee plays it around. Out of the corner here. Petersburg has it. Played D to D off the heel of a stick. Pop tries to hold the zone, but the Riptide able to get it out. Jason Franch now over the blue line here. Tries to play it back. Devin Schuler has one here. Trying to work through traffic. He does, but the puck slides out of his reach. to the blue line. Not out, though. Riptide still controlling the offensive zone. Shot on, swatted away by McAllister. And that one wrapped around the boards. It'll head out to center ice. It'll go all the way down, and it will be an icing. Tyler Kari first to it, so that brings the faceoff back to the Albatross zone. 8:18 still on the clock. Period number 1. Faceoff is away. Both teams tying up for it. Albatross step in, but swatted off their stick. Turned over at the blue line, held in the zone by the Riptide. Pop has it. He plays it back, tries to play it back to Brandvold, but it's intercepted by the Riptide. To the far corner, Lee takes a look. He'll slide it around the boards back for Pop. Josh Pop tries to play it out again. Turned over at the blue line. Shot tied up, and McAllister with an easy save there. And he'll hang on to that one for a whistle. Face-off coming up again in the Albatross zone with 7:41 still to go, first period. Gilbert and Brissonette on the draw. Gilbert wins it back to the point. Shot on, but it's blocked and kicks up into the end glass. Ostapina has it here, looks for a breakout. Finds Rude on the far wall. Racing after it. Ooh, puck taken away though. Headed back the other way by Gilbert. Gilbert gives for Steinbach and into the zone. Here it is, Steinbach back for Gilbert. Loose out front. No one can get away with it cleanly. Ostapina able to poke it out of harm's way. Working towards the net now is Kari, activating from the point. Riptide defenseman moves it out front. Here Frazier has it. Moves it off for G-Roy. G-Roy trying to weave in. Working towards the net. Flings one on a saucer pass, but it bounces just over Paulson's stick. Trying to force the puck in low is Ostapina, but it's off a skate, bouncing back out to neutral ice, and the Albatross will regroup here. 6:50 still on the clock, period number 1. Shot from Ostapina from long range. A little save from Neeson, and the Riptide look to move it out here. Gilbert has it. He delays, looks for an outlet pass off the skates of Tyler Kari. He'll go off for a change while the Albatross control. Ostapina moved to G-Roy, but then turned back the other way. Ostapina sees one again, fires one on net from long range. He'll go off for a change, and the Riptides will recover out of their own zone. Players pressuring out of the corner here. Brissonette able to step up from the point. Well, that one's kicked away. Nice defensive play there by Petersburg to shut down a lane. Clock down to 6 minutes now, period number 1. Here's Steinbach out of the zone. The speedy Josh Steinbach into the offensive area. From the circle, shot on and hard off the mask of goaltender Logan McAllister. No problem for him though. He gets the whistle. Face-off coming up Albatross zone. 5:54 still on the clock, period number 1. Both teams set for the face-off from legendary referee Benjamin Blanchette. The draw is away. Play to the near boards. Peter works towards the net, delays, fires, save McAllister. He's down, puck loose, and he'll get the glove on that one for another whistle. Boy, they almost had him screened. McAllister, a bunch of bodies in front, but still not able to get one by him, at least not yet. Still lots of hockey left here in period number 1. 5:43 still showing on the clock. Face off is away. It's tipped to the point. Working below the goal line. Played back for Petersburg. Now to the point. Shot on through traffic, and that's wide of the net. Kiefer has it out of the corner. Tries to go wide. Tipped off a stick. Bounces off the wall. Both teams battling hard for the puck off the far boards. It rattles around below the goal line. Played off the wall, held in for a moment. Brandvold comes away with it, and the Albatross back to neutral ice. Brandvold's going to delay, allow some of his line mates to change. He looks for puck support out of the corner. Tries to get it to the point, but it's intercepted by Kiefer. Here's almost a 2-on-1 for the Riptide, but they can't quite make that pass connect, and that'll bring us an icing call. Face-off coming back to the Riptide zone. Boy, the Riptide have had some opportunities here in period number one. Albatross is just able to get the better of their chances. You know, sometimes it's some puck luck, sometimes it's some bounces. At any rate, so far in this one, Albatross 3, Riptide 0. Faceoff is away out of the Riptide zone. Paulson has it, shot on, blocked by a skate to the far boards, played off the glass all the way down. Ostapina after it. No icing on this one. Ostapina has time to get to it. Brissonette hustling in. Kari after it. Kari spins away from pressure, tries to get out of the zone, but it's held in by Josh Bopp. Towards the net, a backhander from Brissonette stolen away by Kari. Kari spins, he looks for an outlet here. Seeing none, he'll fire it off the glass. Trying to find Petersburg. Ostapina is just going to flip that one right back in. Blocker save from Neeson, and the Riptide control out of their own end. 4 1/4 left, period number one. Little pass from Steinbach doesn't quite connect, and the Albatross into the offensive zone again. Turned over back towards the Riptide blue line. Outlet pass intercepted by Brissonette. He tries to go back for Paulson, but the pass just behind Brady Paulson. From the point, the shot on from Brandvold. Off a pad and into the corner. Another shot on, sticked away by Neeson and into the corner. Both teams battling for it along that far wall. Steinbach able to momentarily come away with it, but pressured by Brandvold, and that frees up a puck. Albatross control here. Sam Klukin takes a look. Back for Brandvold. Brandvold ahead. Finds Brissonette at the line, tipped in, and right on net. Neeson will get a glove on that. A whistle for his team that'll allow them to change some lines up. Get some fresh skaters on for, well, we got 3:29 left in the period. And face-off coming up here out of the Riptide zone. Those teams off the draw, one to the corner. Playing hard around the boards. Devin Schuler tying up with Ostapina at the point. Neither can come away with it cleanly. Klukin has to go back to get it. Riptide trying to work into the zone, but can't quite win the battle at that blue line. Let's push back to the Albatross defense. Ostapina moves it forward, turned back the other way though, and the Albatross defense once again looks to set up a breakout. D to D, off for Ostapina. He finds Grady right in the middle. Petersburg moving in, tries to center for Bunch now. He's tied up and the puck bounces away. Off for G-Roy. Middle of the ice, G-Roy, puck swatted off his stick. Devin Schuler scoops up a loose puck, and it's a couple different Riptide into the zone. Shot on, blocked away by McAllister. Frazier plays it, but not out. Held in by Kiefer. Schuler with a shot and right into the midsection of Logan McAllister. So face-off coming up here to his right. 2:23 still on the clock, period number one. Both teams set for the draw on this one. One to the point. Paulson has it. He flings it, trying to spring Gresh off the far wing, but it's gloved out of the air by the Riptide defense. Out of the corner here now. Turned the other way by Joey Brissonette. He races in with speed. Race working against Steinbach. Brissonette tries to center it, but it's stolen away. Here's Gilbert. Back the other way now. Oh, and a nice poke check from Brandvold breaks that up. Casey Steinbach on a shot, and that's just wide of the net. Gresh has it, poked up the boards. Turned back the other way. Brandvold has, no, excuse me. Klukin has it. He goes D to D, back for Brandvold. Brandvold playing some geometry off the end boards. Intercepted by Gilbert. Working towards the net. Gilbert, a narrow angle shot wide of the net. Tied up as he pulled the trigger on that one. 1:30 now left in period number one. Kiefer works below the goal line. Spins away from pressure. Looks to center. Finds Gilbert at the point. Nice vision. Nice pass there. Gilbert recovers a loose puck. Tipped out front and scooped up by Logan McAllister. So another face-off coming up out of the Albatross zone here. 1:19 still left, period number one. Faceoff is away. Neither team controls it cleanly yet. Swatted towards the net by a diving Devin Schuler. Austin Brandvold collects. He tries to flick it out of the zone. Intercepted by the Riptide though. Still working towards the net. Tying up out of the corner to the point. Nice pass there. Tyler Karia's shot tipped in front. Oh, and just wide. Schuler almost had the redirect on that one. Here's the puck off the boards now. Back to the point. Karia again, another hard shot. Rebound loose. And Schuler again, another save by McAllister. So face-off coming up again out of the Albatross zone. Only 50 seconds left in period number 1. Face-off is away. Ostapina has it. He's flushed from behind the net. Plays it up the boards and ahead. Josh Pop tries to get it out. It's intercepted by Paulson out front. Pop has it. He goes rink wide for Lee. Take Lee into the offensive zone. Tries to get a centering pass there when he just intercepted there by the Riptide's defense. Move forward now. 28 seconds left into the offensive zone. Come the Riptide. Delaying, shooting. The puck loose out front. Pochnow on the back door, but the rebound bouncing up and away. Back to neutral ice we go. Brissonette tries to work in. Is puck stolen by Kari. Go back the other direction. Puck in the skates of Prochnow. Finally poked away there by Lee. Plays back and it's intercepted by Schuler. Schuler tries to dump it in, catching the official in the process. Albatross able to recover, but that's all there is for period number 1. So far on this one, it's Albatross 3, Riptide 0, but we got period number 2 coming up after this. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a few moments, folks. It's FMA Hockey. All right, folks, welcome back. Get settled in. It's period number 2 from Shields Arena in Fargo. Albatross up by 3 in this one, but still plenty of hockey left to play. They control off the draw, moved ahead to Frazier into the offensive zone. Shot on, pad save Neeson, loose out front, and off a tip. I think that one went in. That went in off the Riptide's defensive player's stick. In any case, it ends up being a goal. I think that's going to be G-Roy credited with it. Gunnar G-Roy scoring the 4th goal in this one. That one's going to come early in period 2, 14:47. A lot of times those early period goals can be a momentum builder if you score them. They can be a momentum killer if your team gives them up. But we'll see how both these clubs respond. Let's wait. And there's the call from public address announcer Tristan Murrick. You can hear G-Roy being credited on the goal. Shot on puck, loose out front. Neeson had it initially, a good save, but then it did just bobble out of the glove, that bouncy live puck. And at any rate, cleared out of the zone into the stands, into the seating area. So we'll get a fresh puck, a brand new one, and we'll get a face-off out of the Riptide zone. Of course, at the NHL level, that's a penalty if you fling the puck out into the stands and you're from your own zone. That's a delay of game penalty at the professional level. This rulebook is different. It's closer to the high school rulebook, so not a penalty if that happens. At any rate, face-off coming up to the left of goaltender Chris Neeson. Towards the net, Albatross trying to get another shot away, but Gilbert able to step up. He heads the breakout through center ice into the offensive zone. Gilbert puts a shot on. I think he's off the stick of Paulson and high over the net. Outlet pass for Frazier. Off for Brissonette. Brissonette with a look. Puts one on. Pad save Neeson, and that one to the far corner. Rink wide, trying to catch Steinbach. He can't quite pull it out of the air. That one's going to go into the corner off a tip. Paulson back to collect it. He flings it all the way around. Tyler Kari first to get that one for the Riptide. 13:40 still on the clock, period number 2. Ostapina intercepts a loose puck, racing into the zone, tying up with Kari. The puck swept off his stick, stepping into support, and that one is loose, but Neeson's going to cover it for a whistle. So face-off coming up here to the left of the Riptide netminder. Hey, don't forget, folks, in addition to the league, the Fargo-Moorhead Adult Hockey Club also has drop-in adult hockey opportunities, including drop-in skates and a recreational hockey league. So a little bit of a different pace than what you see here tonight, a little bit slower, friendly for new skaters, friendly for people just having a good time, having some fun out on the ice. So if you'd like to join us for either of those types of things, check it out at fmahockey.com. You can see the next upcoming schedule of events, and we'll see you on the ice. Riptide out of the offensive zone now, finally getting some time in the offensive zone. Shot from Kari, loose out front, but it's covered up by the Albatross defense. They look to hit out on a breakout now. Dump in from Gresh. The puck rolls off his stick. He maintains control of it, though, and does get it in deep. That allows the rest of his players to go off on a change. Fresh skaters out, all 5 for the Albatross. 12:30 still on the clock. Here's an interception from Lee. Lee puts a shot on. He scores. That one's in the back of the net. Jake Lee scoring here, and that's going to be a 6th Albatross goal. 3 early in this period, and that one's going to come at 12:33. Boy, Riptide, last week they scored a heck of a lot of goals, a lot of offensive power from those Riptides, but they haven't been able to find the back of the net just yet tonight. I know they've got it in them. I know they can just unleash a whole boatload, but let's see what happens here. Cross ice pass, Schuler puts one on. Oh, and it's saved. McAllister, puck loose. Hey, and they score! Punch now on the backhand. Gets it 5-hole on McAllister, and the Riptide are on the board. That one's going to come at 12:20 in period number 2. So we'll listen for the call on the loudspeaker here in the rink. I believe it'll be Jason Prochnow credited with that goal. Albatross win the faceoff, hustling into the zone. Brissonette tries to pull it to his forehand, but it's blocked by a Riptide skate. Here's the call. It is, in fact, Jason Prochnow, his first of the game, and we're back into the Riptide zone. Kiefer has it. Races along the far wing. Into the offensive zone here, swatted away. Lee working to free it up, tangling up with Kiefer. Turned over for Steinbach. Oh, Steinbach firing, but it comes loose off the skates of Lee. Cleared to center. Leisering intercepts. It's pressured by Ostapina. Oh, no, excuse me, G-Roy. Centering pass. No one's there for it. Steinbach calling for the puck. Kari intercepting. He works it down low. Casey Steinbach right out front. Oh, and it's through the skates of Kari right up front again. A shot from Steinbach, another shot from the other Steinbach, and it goes over the net. Both Steinbachs pressuring here on this line. Puck flipped to the point. Kari pulls it down with a glove into the corner. Gilbert has it. Spinning away from pressure, tries to get it out front, tries to get it to Kari, but that one doesn't quite connect. Steinbach off the far corner, and that one headed back out into the Riptide zone, over skating Brissonette. Riptide back the other way in the offensive zone. A shot on, and that one beats McAllister. So there's two Riptide goals in rapid succession. Kyle Petersburg on this one, and that cuts the Albatross lead now to just 4. Goal coming at 10:47 here in period number 2. Teams set on the draw, I believe Petersburg and Brissonette. Off the far wing again, both skaters in with speed. Out of the corner, Petersburg to the point. Taking a look here, moved out front, intercepted by the Albatross. Frazier heads back the other way, it's a 3-on-2. Frazier trying to get in, he works through one defender. Puck swept off his stick to the end boards. Brissonette gets it towards the net, oh, it's off a skate! Leisring picks up the loose puck, heads back the other way for the Riptide. Tries to get it to Branch now, but it's out of his reach and will go down for an icing call. So face-off coming back up in the Riptide zone. And this gives us a chance to remind you about Urban Toad Media. From business cards to billboards, headshots, commercial, and product photography, Urban Toad Media produces the quality marketing materials that reflect the high standards of your business. Make a statement with professional graphic design and photography from Urban Toad Media. Visit urbantoadmedia.com. Puck played around the board. Schuler has it here. Into the Albatross zone, out of the corner here. Centering pass, oh, and Pronchnow's tied up out front. Steinbach off the wall, trying to hold the zone, battling with Gresh. Brissonette tries to get it out, but it's intercepted at center. Petersburg's going to sling it on off the stick of Klukin. Oh, and he tries to pull the trigger on it, pressured by a couple different Riptide. Held in the zone, though, by Kiefer. Nice play there defensively. Puck moved ahead. Gresh into the offensive zone. Here's Randy Gresh in. Working, spinning, working towards the net. He scores! Randy Gresh on a nifty little play. Slides that one in from a narrow angle. And the Albatross is able to stem the bleeding anyway. That one's going to come at 9:30, period number 2. And it's going to restore their 5-goal lead. It's now Albatross 7, Riptide 2. Gilbert in the offensive zone. Tries the center. Ooh, Steinbach on a backhander, but McAllister sliding all the way across for the save. Right out front. McAllister with a glove on him. That one's flicked high out of the air by Ostapina. Ahead for Brissonette. Tyler Kari cutting down the angle and forcing that back to neutral ice. Riptide regroup here. Gilbert into the offensive zone with Steinbach. Gilbert weaving against Paulson. Gilbert looking for support to the point. Steinbach on the near wing. Steinbach right out front, and Gilbert a shot, but he's tied up. It's off the end glass. Out of the corner here, Paulson collects. He spins, pressured by a couple Riptide. 8:35 on the clock. Paulson moves it out, near wing. Ahead for Lee, into the offensive zone. Here's Lee, he drops for Brissonette. A shot, oh, that's just wide of the net. Paulson activating from the point, working towards the net, off a tip. Down to get the save is Neeson, and he'll put a glove on that for a whistle. So face-off coming up out of the Riptide zone. 8:18 still showing on the clock here, period number 2. Played all the way around the boards. Frazier first to it. Oh, excuse me, Schuler. Schuler D to D. Trying to move it up for Kari, intercepted by Frazier. And he'll dump that one in right on net, sticked away by Neeson. Tyler Kari has it below his own goal. Waits, delays, looks for puck support, looks to set something up. Pressuring is G-Roy. Flush from behind the net, Kari, and he'll move it along the far boards. Back for Kari. He goes skate to stick and hustles into the offensive zone. Tyler Kari weaves through one defender. Puck knocked back for Pronchnow. Another shot that's swallowed up by McAllister. So face-off coming up out of the Albatross zone. 7:39 still on the clock here, period number 2. It'll be Kyle Petersburg for the Riptide. Joey Brissonette, excuse me, Chris Brissonette for the Albatross. Albatross control behind their own net. Kiefer, nice play there to hold the zone. Petersburg steps into support. Off the near wing, out of the reach of Gresh. Oh, and we're going to get a penalty on this. A hook, I believe. Yes, it is. It's called from the official. So a hook out of the corner is going to send Kiefer to the box, and it's going to be another Albatross power play. They didn't find the back of the net on the last one, but it did lead to some offense, and they scored a goal within a couple seconds after the end of the penalty. So can they use this one to maybe build some momentum, get some offensive zone time, maybe tally another goal? Riptide, of course, looking to kill off the penalty, maybe build a little bit of momentum of their own with a strong penalty kill. And, well, heck, dare I say, maybe even a shorthanded goal. We'll see. Schuler has it, back the other way. Plays ahead for Petersburg. Petersburg into the offensive zone. Watched by Paulson. Petersburg delays, shoots Paulson with a block. Petersburg plays it back out of the zone. Nothing wrong with that, just running time off the clock. Back for Petersburg. He's going to float that one right towards the net. Pillowed away by McAllister. Back to collect it, Ostapina. Off the near boards. Taken now by Paulson. In the offensive zone. Paulson controls the puck, puts one on net. Oh, and off the back door, it's just wide of the net. Almost had an opportunity there. Out of the corner here, Albatross. Some puck possession right out front, tipped, and Neeson on the save. Holy cow, a shot there almost found its way in off the tip, but Neeson able to hang with the good positional goaltending there. About halfway through the penalty, 41 seconds left on the penalty. As we get set for the faceoff here, Riptide zone. 6:36 left in the period. Faceoff is away. Albatross play to the point, and it just trickles over the line. Klukin has it here. He'll go D to D for Brandvold. Brandvold takes a look, moves it off the near wing for Lee, chipped in. Off the boards, Lee with some time, but it's swatted off his stick. Out of the corner now. Pressured by Kari. Lee behind the net. Looks to set something up, moves it for Pop. Pop plays it off the boards to the point. For Brissonette, he'll move it down low. Excuse me, Brandvold down low for Brissonette. Riptide recover, and they roll that one down. Running time off the penalty, only 5 seconds left. Collected by Klukin. Played off the boards and all the way down, and that's going to be an icing call. So that'll end the penalty. That'll bring the face-off down to the Albatross zone, and we'll do the draw from there. So Albatross 0 for 2 on the power play, but at least generating some offense after the first one. We'll see what happens here with the faceoff coming up. 5:51 left to play here, period number 2. Albatross 7, Riptide 2. Both teams getting set. Faceoff is away. It's one back. Played off a skate. Loose out front. Ooh. Oh, and it's in off a rebound. Oh, turnover right there, and 3 Riptide able to take advantage of it. They didn't get it initially, but they did off the rebound, and that's another Riptide goal. That one's going to make it Albatross 7, Riptide 3. That one's going to come at 5:45 here, period number 2. Both teams ready for the draw at center, Brissonette and Gilbert. Into the offensive zone, Albatross wheeling. Defensive play there by Lights. We'll break that one up. Paulson collects off the corner. He tries to center. Can't quite find any friendly tape there. To the point, Ostapina has to play it deep because he's pressured by Steinbach. Towards the net, tipped away though. Leisring battling here. Frees up a puck, no one to pass to, so he has to race it ahead. Finally finds Gilbert. Gilbert in, puts a shot on. It's hard, but it's wide of the net. Clock down to 5 minutes now, period number 2. Ostapina takes a look, calling for it. Rink wide is Brissonette. He's got Frazier with him, and it's just off the heel of his stick. Frazier deals now out of the corner, blocked down by Pronch now. Frazier working towards the net, puts a shot on. Shoulder save from Neeson. He lays out for it. His defense has it, though, off the loose puck. They float it out to neutral ice. Olsen has it. He'll fling it back the other direction. Recovered by Kiefer. Watched by Brissonette. Kiefer back for Kari. And here come the Riptide back the other direction. Tyler Kari working in against Paulson. Puts a shot on. Another block for Paulson tonight. Kari down low. He frees up the puck from McAllister. Steinbach there, and sliding is McAllister. He swallows that one up with a glove save there for the Albatross netminder as we get set for a face-off. 4:25 still to play here, period number 2. To the corner. Brandbold has it up the boards. Shot on. Oh, and through traffic. Petersburg finds the back of the net. So McAllister looking sharp tonight, but not maybe able to see the puck cleanly on that one. A lot of bodies out front, and Petersburg tallying a goal there. Well, is now going to make it Albatross 7, Riptide 4. 4:17 still on the clock. Period number 2 as we get set for the draw here at center ice. That one's away. It's to the point. Klukin has it, hustling up the board. Sam Klukin dumps it in. Stolen away by the Riptide. Outlet pass intercepted, though, by Brandbold. Brandbold now racing ahead. The Albatross defenseman making a move. Oh, and putting it just over the net. Heading back the other way. Petersburg has Schuler with him. It's a 2-on-1. Petersburg back for Schuler, but Brissonette able to break it up. What a back check there from the Albatross captain as you hear the stick taps coming from the Albatross bench. Breakout back the other direction now. Albatross in. Gresh has it off the near wing. He's watched by Kari. Centering. Oh, and it's just out of the reach of Klukin. Almost a play there on the back door. 3:30 left, period number 2. Petersburg centers one. No one's there to take advantage of it, though. An outlet pass here for Brissonette. Joey Brissonette off the far wing. Put the shot on. Pad saved by Neeson. Another one fired right through the crease. Gilbert racing to it, trying to get a hold of it, but pressured by Lee. Steinbach finally gets a stick on it. He'll dump that all the way in for the Riptide from behind the net. Put around. Albatross clear the zone, ahead for Lee. 2:51 now in the period. Into the zone, Paulson, he delays. Nice move there. Oh, and he just can't quite handle that one. Centers, but it's off the goaltender's stick. Pad saved there from Neeson. And the Riptide recover off the far wing. Try to play it out, but it's held in. Albatross now moving one towards the net. Fired right across the bow of Neeson. Off the near boards now. Casey Steinbach moves it ahead for Gilbert. Working against Brissonette. Gilbert in, delays, spins, fires. And that one bounces up and over McAllister into the corner. Hustling after it, Steinbach. He takes a look, surveys, plays to the point for Kiefer. Kiefer, his defensive partner, calling for a pass. He'll delay, working towards the net. Finally it goes across, but it's blocked by an Albatross skate. Giroy has it, flicks it out of the zone, ahead for Brissonette. He can't quite get a stick on it, though, and it's punched back the other way by the Riptide. Giroy off to get a puck. Turned over at the Riptide blue line. Here's an opportunity for the Riptide. 2-on-1 maybe. Schuler in. He puts a shot on. Oh, and McAllister out big for the save. 1:40 left in the period. Albatross tip it back out to neutral ice. And that one bounces off a stick and up and into the player bench area. And the photographer coming away with that one. So Darren from Urban Toad Media flings the puck back into play. And we'll get a face-off here at center ice. 1:38 left on the clock. Kari into the zone, weaving towards the net, but McAllister out with a poke check, able to knock that one away. Schuler has one and blocked out front by the Albatross defense. Schuler again tries to play to the point, but it's all Albatross there. It's a 4-on-2. Albatross working in. G-Roy has it. Looks for support on a backhander. Tries to get it across, but it's gloved out of the air. Nice play there by the Riptide defenders to break up that 4-on-2. Frazier has it now through neutral ice. Spinning through center, intercepted by the Riptide, tipped into the zone by Gilbert. Frazier again from neutral ice. Puck poked off his stick. 52 seconds left as G-Roy recovers a puck. Floated in, it's tipped. It bounces into the near corner. Riptide control out of their own end. Finding Gilbert off a skate. He's watched by Brissonette. Brissonette forces a turnover. Can't quite handle it cleanly. He still battles with Gilbert. Gets it towards the net. Off a skate, it angles towards the net. But into the near corner. Now Gresh right out front. Oh, and G-Roy had a lot of time there in the slot, but it was blocked on the shot. Here's Kari trying to chip it out of the boards. He finally pokes it free, but no, G-Roy is able to tie him up. 16 seconds left. Both players battling for it at the center red line. It comes away to Brandvold. He looks at the clock. 10 seconds left, and he'll decide what to do from behind his own net. He's flushed there from Steinbach to the point. Turnover for Gilbert, a shot, and that one rings into the near corner, and the buzzer will ring right afterward. There you have it, folks. Through 2 so far in this one. It's Albatross 7, Riptide 4. Stay tuned for period number 3. Coming up, it's FMA Hockey. Here we go, folks. Face-off underway. Period number 3. It's FMA Hockey. Albatross leading by 3. Albatross leading by 4. It's now Albatross 8, Riptide 4. And that's another early goal. The Albatross have had an early goal in every period so far tonight. I don't know what it is they're talking about in the intermissions or before the game or whatever, but it's working. I mean, they keep doing it. I don't know if it's strategy or X's or O's or if it's just Everybody's eating their Wheaties or whatever. Here's Brissonette. He comes away with a loose puck. Joey Brissonette working towards the net. Bangs one off the side post into the corner now. Riptide stepping into support. Brissonette coming back to support. Root fighting to free up a puck. Bouncing away to the corner. Ostapina losing an edge and able to hang with it. Nice play to recover there by the Albatross defender. Rolled to the point, tipped over. A speedy Steinbach, a stick lift from Ostapina breaks that one up. And another poke check there from Ostapina. Outlet pass out of his reach, but he's going to hustle after it anyway. Both players tangling up below the goal line here. Puck finally worked free by Pronch now. Comes away with it, plays it ahead for Steinbach. Tip to the point, held in. No, Steinbach gets a stick on it, and the Riptide are able to clear. Played ahead, here's Lee. Off the far wing, tries the center. Kari's going to get a stick on that one, though, and deflect it out of the way. Everyone tied up below the goal line here. Played off the boards. Back to center. No, held in at the line by the Albatross. Brissonette able to work past the stick check into the zone. Weaving. Brissonette a shot. Oh, and saved Neeson. What a big save there by the Riptide netminder. Another one on the toe save. Neeson flashing the pad on that one. And the Riptide able to clear back to center ice. Dumped in here. Albatross hustling after it. Kari back for it. Klukin freeing up a puck. Sam Klukin looking for support. Plays down low for Josh Pop. Back for Klukin. Taken away by Petersburg. And here from the Powder Blue back the other way. Petersburg into the offensive zone. Diving is the Albatross. Loose up front. Pop recovers a free puck. Bounce to the point and out. It hops over the stick of Kari. And he'll have to recover. Play it rink wide. Petersburg back the other way for Schuler. Albatross have it here. Off for G-Roy on the near wing. G-Roy into the zone, tied up by Kari. And Kari tries to clear, intercepted by Frazier. Frazier working towards the net. Below the goal line here. Watched by Kari out of the corner. Recovered by Petersburg and the Riptide out of the zone. Oh, Schuler almost had a nifty play there, but Paulson was able to disrupt him with the stick. Albatross dump in. They opt to change a couple anyway. Forwards hang out on the ice. Defensive pairing changed. Out of the corner now, 1:50 left, or excuse me, 11:50 left in the period. Shot from G-Roy trickles through traffic in the near corner. Gresh stepping in, able to hold the zone. It bounces around below the goal line into the far corner. Petersburg tries to get it out. He does. Excuse me, Schuler. And ahead for Petersburg. Puck swept off his stick, though. Nice play by Brissonette. Off the boards and out. No icing, says the official. The Albatross changing the rest of their unit. Kuiper weaving through a couple different stick checks there. Centers right up front. Steinbach, oh, with a look, but it's blocked by Brandvold up front. Casey Steinbach from the slot had an opportunity, but Brandvold on the block. Good play there by the Albatross defender as we get set up for a face-off here out of the Albatross zone. It's 11:07 still on the clock here in period number 3. And the officials set. Face-off controlled by the Riptide. Player on the boards, taken away by Klukin, though, for Brandvold now. Battling along the far wall, both teams back and forth. Turned over for the Albatross. Brissonette with speed into the offensive zone. Drop pass here. Josh Papa shot, save Neeson. Puck loose, but it's recovered, though. Gilbert has it. He'll play ahead for Casey Steinbach. Turned over right at the center faceoff dot. Joey Brissonette rather plays into the zone. Weaving a shot on. Save Neeson. Puck dropped loose though, and the Riptide defense had to step in to sweep that out of the way. 10:21 left in the period as the puck rattles around the boards. Ostapina has it. Plays for Paulson. Paulson ahead. Pass doesn't quite connect though, and the Riptide intercept Leisring into the offensive zone here. Working towards the net, centering, oh, and it's just off the stick of Ponch now. Gilbert loose, and he floats one in somehow. Victor Gilbert able to finish on that one, I think on the backhand, and that's gonna cut this lead to 3 now. So the Albatross tally an early one, but the Riptide able to claw back with one here. Still 9:56 to play in period number 3. Off is away. Riptide defense controls it, played ahead. Shot on, save McAllister, into the corner it goes. Cross ice, oh, and top shelf, Petersburg. What a pass from Schuler on that to Petersburg, and he finishes with a nifty one right into the top corner, and that's 2 goals in quick succession now for the Riptide. Boy, folks, I don't know, is this a comeback? What point does a comeback start? What point does it become a comeback? Only 2-goal deficit now. Albatross 8, Riptide 6, 9:40 still on the clock, so a lot of time. You gotta wonder what's gonna happen in the remainder of this one. Petersburg in, drops for Ponch, now bounced up into the air, tipped back the other way. Albatross through neutral ice, it's a 2-on-2, off for G-Roy. Right out front, and Neeson's going to smother that one. He'll get a whistle for his team. Face-off coming up in the Riptide zone. Face-off is away, tip to the point and out. Hustling back for it, Brandvold. He collects here. Tip through center, Kari has it. Pursued by Frazier. Back the other way, stolen away by G-Roy. Brissonette ahead for Frazier. Into the offensive zone now, Albatross. Put back out to center. Out of the reach of Gilbert, Ostapina recovers a loose puck with speed into the zone, past Kari, Ostapina in, he shoots, and save Neeson. Able to squeeze the pads on that one is the Riptide netminder, so face-off coming up to his right. Boy, Ostapina sure dangerous driving the net there, dangerous scoring opportunity anyway. Face-off coming up with 8:41 on the clock here, period number 3. Shot right off the draw, and it's off the pillows of Neeson into the corner. Held in the zone by the Riptide into the far corner. Ostapina back for it, off the boards. Steinbach able to come away with it. He tries to weave through a stick check, tied up with Brissonette, and Steinbach anyway will be able to get a puck down low. Out of the corner here now. It's a 2-on-1. Paulson battling against 2 Riptides. Kiefer able to come away with it. Ostapina stepping into support. Steinbach, Casey coming away with the puck. Stolen now by Brissonette. Through neutral ice. Good poke check there by Leisring. Breaks that one up. Randy Gresh back to get this one. 7:52 left on the clock here. Tipped ahead. Riptide back the other direction now. Gilbert into the offensive zone. Gilbert puts a shot on. Blocker save. McAllister. That one to the corner now. Brandvold from behind his own net. Austin Brandvold with a look here. In the offensive zone. 3 Riptide wall right in front of him. Puts one off the side of the net. Off the pipe anyway. Josh Pop out of the corner. Plays the puck down low. Joey Brissonette there for it. Tries to get it out front. He does, but it's taken away by the Riptide defense to the point. Held in by Brandvold. He's pressured, so he has to play it rink wide for Lee. Jake Lee plays it off the end boards. Brissonette has it, tries to center, but stolen away by Josh Steinbach. Albatross have it at center, D to D. Brandvold back for Kluken, off the heel of his tape. Off the boards and ahead for Lee. No, taken by Brissonette now. 6:45 left in period number 3. Brissonette spins, tries to go cross ice, but it's tipped away by the Riptide. Petersburg back through center, plays for Schuler. Devin Schuler's in, he puts a shot on. Ooh, and saved McAllister. Played off the boards, held at the line by Kari. Kari shot. McAllister out big for a save. He didn't quite find the rebound cleanly, but Lee able to bail him out. Flicked towards the net by Giroy. That one bounces into the corner. Frazier, a shot narrow angle off the inside pad of Neeson. Out of the corner. Giroy hanging with it. Put one on towards the net anyway. Frazier working in. His shot blocked. He gets a second attempt away. It's off of Neeson. Loose. I don't know if the official saw it, but at any rate, he had the paddle wrapped around it. Schuler was stepping in to freeze it. So face-off coming up here in the Riptide zone. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes left in the third period. I don't know when karaoke night is, but it's... No, I'm getting shakes and scowls from the production staff. They pay me not to sing. It's a specific court order thing that I have to abide by, that there's no singing. Anyway. Icing call here, so that's going to bring the face-off back to the Riptide zone. And it's going to be brought to you by Urban Toad Media. From business cards to billboards, headshots, commercial, and product photography, Urban Toad Media produces the quality marketing materials that reflect the high standards of your business. Make a statement with professional graphic design and photography from Urban Toad Media. Visit urbantoadmedia.com. Brissonette frees up a puck out of the corner, centers. Giroy, and the puck just through the pair of skates. Brandvold now, pressured by Gilbert. He'll get the puck down low. Giroy hustles after it. On a backhander, no look, gets it right out in front, but Steinbach intercepts to the point. Kluken a look out front, tipped in! What a play by Kluken. I'm not sure who got the tip, if it was a teal jersey or a powder blue jersey, but at any rate, it ends up in the back of the net, and it restores a 3-goal lead for the Albatross. One's going to come at 5:30 in period number 3. Both teams set for the draw here, Brissonette and Gilbert. Tying up, puck free to Paulson, plays for Ostapina. So Giroy credited with the goal on the tip. Kluken on the assist, a nice shot from the point through traffic, and they were able to tip it home. Riptide looking to respond here in the offensive side of the ice. Gilbert working towards the net, watched by two different Albatross. Puts one in, and I think bounced up and into the netting. Official recovers the loose puck, and face-off coming up now. 5:05 left in the period. We'll get set for face-off to the right of Logan McAllister. Gilbert and Brissonette on the draw. One for Rude. He ties up with Steinbach, though. Rude able to free up a puck. Played ahead for Brissonette. Tipped into the air by Kuiper. Rude stepping into support. Kuiper knocking it away. Giroy a shot, but a pad save from Neeson. That one rolls around in the corner. Rude recovers. Played to the point. Ostapina now with a look. Fired. Tipped again. And, Neeson a glove on this one. He was able to see a little bit better through the traffic on this one and hanged with the tip on that one. Boy, these, what do you call it? Grammar things? What do you call it? Grammarly, where you get the browser extension. It tells you all the words that you're typing wrong. And I get a lot of red squiggly underlines, so thanks for hanging with me and rolling with the punches. 4:39, face-off is away. Shots tied up, and it bounces away. Riptide come away with it. Petersburg and Bronch now. Petersburg off the near wing. Puck swept away by Kluken. Nice defensive play there. Kluken recovers the puck, punches it out of the zone. It's angled towards the net on a tip. That would negate any potential icing. With time, Kari sets something up, plays for Petersburg. A rink-wide pass intercepted by Gresh, and he'll flick that into the zone. He'll go off for a change here as the Riptide set up again. Clock down to 4 minutes now, period number 3. Josh Pop intercepts one. plays it below the goal line. Tyler Kari plays it all the way around the boards. Tipped at the line, not out though. Schuler hangs with it, able to get it through neutral ice. Devin Schuler into the zone, trying to weave through a defender, and it'll be a delayed penalty here. It'll be a trip, I believe. And there you go. Brissonette touches up, and that'll be the whistle. So this time, it'll be the Riptide going on the power play. Albatross send one to the penalty box, and we'll see if maybe the Riptide can't take advantage of this one. Tripping is the call from the official. You see the indication there. Penalties that have come at 3:41. Albatross doing some sorting out of which lines they want out there on the penalty kill. It'll be a man disadvantage for them for the next minute 30. The Riptide, of course, on the power play for the next minute 30. And punched to the line, held at least into the neutral zone by the Riptide. D to D, some setting up here. Schuler tries to fight his way through the slot. Puck turned over the other way, though. Ooh, Brissonette hungry to poke that one out of the zone. Maybe could have had a breakaway. Brissonette again pressuring. Riptide rather. Not able to connect on the pass. Petersburg pokes it into the zone. Ostapina first to it. Off a backhand and tipped and up into the scorer's table, I believe. Scorers diving for cover as they get a fresh puck and send that one back out on the ice. So face-off coming up here out of the Albatross defensive zone. 48 seconds remaining on the Riptide power play. 2:59 left in the period. Face-off is away. Gilbert has it, puts a shot on, but into the big old mitt of Logan McAllister. So we'll do it again from his left. Face-off is away. Riptide trying to win it to the point. Ostapina able to disrupt and poke it away. Put towards the net by Leisring. Paulson has it. He's watched by 3 different Riptide, and he'll sling the puck out. Frazier able to free that one up. Here's Frazier in on a breakaway. Frazier in. He dekes. Oh, and out big with a poke check is Neeson. The Riptide goaltender able to hang with it on the shorthanded attempt. Here's Gilbert now from out front. Gives away for Kiefer. Back for Steinbach. Steinbach winds, fires. Blocked by Ostapina out front, and it kicks up into the glass. Gilbert recovers below the goal line here, driving towards the net. Trying to center and right through traffic all the way to the near boards. Power play over now. We're 5 skaters aside. Puck dumped all the way down the other direction. And Riptide first to it. Gilbert will set up here. Back the other way. Ostapina tries to give for G-Roy. It's disrupted by a couple powder blue jerseys. Leisring has it, played up the boards, tipped by Steinbach. Back to get it Brandvold. Brandvold for Klukin. And Klukin takes a look now. Plays it rink wide for Gresh. Nice stretch pass there, and the Albatross are back on the attack. Drop pass for Rude. Rude watched by Leisring into the corner. And into the near corner. Steinbach follows with him. Brissonette stepping up, freeing up a puck, moving it towards the net. Shot out front through traffic. Doesn't hit anything except the far corner where it rattles out. Back to get it. Klukin played softly off the boards. Turned over the other way as Steinbach first to a puck. Pass is blocked by the Albatross. Almost an opportunity there for Petersburg. Brissonette into the offensive zone. Tries to weave through a defender. Can't quite make it happen. Gresh slings it around the board. We're down to under a minute now in period number 3. Gresh again plays it down low below the goal line. Jake Lee watches Kari out of the corner. Tyler Kari now and below the goal line. Played all the way down. Paulson has it. He'll tip it back the other way. The Albatross have too many skaters on the ice. I don't think they know it. At any rate, I don't know if they touched the puck or if the officials saw it. I know it took me a while to figure it out. It's one of those counting things where I went to public school, so counting's not really my thing. ABCs and numbers and all that stuff. 10 seconds left. Out of the corner, dumped in by Josh Pop, and that should just about do it. It's collected in the corner here now. Riptide sling it all the way down, taken by Ostapina, and he'll sling it in. And there you have it, folks. There's your final through the first game. In this one, it's Albatross 9. It's Riptide 6. What a match we've had so far, but don't go anywhere, folks. We've got another one coming up. It's the Red Caps taking on the Sea Crates for the first time in what I'm told is Cowboy Night. Sea Crates bringing their cowboy hats out to play. Should be an interesting one. And anyway, stay tuned for that one. In the meantime, check out all the rest at fmahockey.com for all the stats, schedules, statistics, player bios, and more. All that stuff. It's all there. Have a good night. Love you. Bye.